everyone! It's Luphisra here! Time to play more of Tangle Tower. Hello, Rabbit Cam! Welcome to the stream!
I think it goes.
Down.
Hello, Dharmic Gamer! Time to actually go into this location. Oh, we are on the next chapter already. Woohoo! Laboratory? Where's the laboratory here?
It's so dark. I can barely tell what I'm looking at. What's in there?
Bugs!
9 beetles. All different, all dead.
Poor little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them.
There's no gold bugs, right?
No idea what they mean.
I hate bugs. I imagine this is Professor Pointer's laboratory, I think. He's looking for the golden beetle.
9 beetles.
Poor little guy.
There's a bunch of it's mostly numbers. It's a little diagram of a beetle with some incomprehensible notes.
I don't like bugs. Any kind of bugs.
That's weird.
What?
It looks really normal compared to the beetles behind the glass.
These are like mutated beetles, I think. I have bug phobia, okay? I'm sorry, I don't like bugs, especially ones that can fly.
Entomology charts. It looks like they're being boiled, but the liquid is ice cold. A cracked glass tank with 9 little rooms. Each one has 1 or 2 insects inside. I can't tell if they're still alive.
I like that you called them rooms. Forensic Entomology, Volume 3.
That's an incredibly specific area of study.
Forensic
lot of-
Entomology, Volume
That's an incredibly specific
All kinds of bugs.
glass tank.
Here's a room that I hate the most, I swear.
There's a layer of condensation on the inside. Is that a lab coat?
Warning, hand wash only. Size, small. Rows of plants, growing in wide wooden boxes.
What color is the soil?
It looks black, but it's too dark to tell.
Why are there hanging bugs?
Bugs. Big ones.
Oh, these are terrifying.
Looks like they're made of metal.
It's a hatch.
But we're already in the basement.
Depends on your perspective.
Let's not go down just yet. We still haven't explored this room properly.
Oh, okay.
Is it locked?
Of course it's locked.
Seems likely, doesn't it? Weird looking safe.
What the hell is this?
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
Diagonally slide the latches until they're in the correct position. So, oh, I still need to delete the key to, like, this area, I think. I need to make a route. Okay, no, not this one. Yeah, no. The only way is to go that long, Okay, the pink goes underneath the green. No, it doesn't look like I have one that leads here yet. Yeah, no. It's gonna be really tough for me to solve. Oh boy. Mm. Mm. Man, this is difficult. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, at least it's not time. That's true. And solve it at my own time. If it's timed, oh my god, I hate it. That'd be terrible. Mm. Oh my god, not again. Ah, that is like 4 or 5 streams in a row where I get bugs all the time. It's so annoying. Exactly, it's like, and I can't block them. You know, it's like so annoying. Oh, I don't know, man. Which... It's not. It's the only one that could go all the way up, so has to be that. But then it blocks the blue, so that's not possible. Yeah, this is not it. It's blocked here. I am trying to make the pathway, but it's like hard. Because there are multiple ways of doing this, and you have to link it. You know, see. And some kind of reach, you know, like, so it's like the ones that can connect to this would be these two. If I do that, this one doesn't link. But I don't think it's this one that goes down because you'll need it to go up. But that doesn't work. I lose that one. Dude, I can do this. Up here. Go there. Is there one that I can use for here? No. Oh, this works. This doesn't cover those, there's a hole. Can I move it up? Like that. So it links. Kinda. Right. See a pathway. This one has to go there in order to link the pathway, so let's see if I can change something. Does this work?
No, that was it.
Oh, yay!
Nice work.
Oh my god, that was tough.
Anything inside?
Yeah, more research.
A folder containing research notes and diagrams. A unique flora and fauna is the byproduct of a number of as yet unidentified chemicals. These chemicals are continually present in the water, forming clouds and filling the lake. This causes a variety of mutations in plants and animals. Smaller creatures such as arachnids, insects, mollusks, amphibians, and crustaceans are the most affected. However, the chemical may travel up the food chain and cause mutation in birds and reptiles. As far as we know, mammals remain completely unaffected. Okay. So humans are fine, apparently.
Whose research is this?
Clearly the professor.
This is some seriously in-depth research.
That's impressive, but it's incomplete. There's a section missing.
Either someone took it, though, maybe. Here we go.
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Definitely seems like he's the one using it.
I guess not a lot of people know about the secret entrance.
Right. But if Pointer's the only one who comes down here, why would he need to lock his research in a safe? Who's he hiding it from?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden beetle.
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
He wants to find a golden beetle.
Pointer has been trying to breed the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Why? Because it's rare?
Because it's gold?
Is that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares about entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants to get one over on Felix. If he can breed his
He
own,
wants money.
Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite. Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
might have been Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure, but not naive. I reckon she knew what was going on.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture. There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
Ready to go down? Again?
Yes. Down another level. Oh my god, it's huge. This place. I forgot how big this place is. Lowest level, okay.
On a little makeshift table.
This is creeping me out slightly.
Why?
I think it's a children's book.
A children's book. Okay, Mistress of the Sky and Sea. A children's pictures book. It looks very old. The ink dip. Elegant bird with red and white plumage. Silver snake. An aquatic reptile with no eyes and a long tongue. Soul bear. A crab with 3 different sized claws. And the amphibi. A frog-like creature walking on 2 legs. Does that not look similar to the swamp creature?
There's a roll of paper up there.
I'll see if I can reach it.
Let me guess. Blank.
It's a map.
That's the room we're in now. It must be. It's not labeled as anything on these plans, though.
Boggy Part 2? We don't know. Who knows? Maybe.
Existed when this was made.
The study.
Study. Wait.
I know what you're thinking. And no, we never went in there.
How did we miss it?
So there is a room there that we missed.
Storage.
It's Freya's room.
Library, bedroom, rooftop garden. Bedroom, music room, aviary. There's no tower.
The rooftop garden. That name makes a little more sense in this context. It's the aviary.
A bedroom.
Penny's room, I think. A bedroom.
That's Fifi's room, isn't it? The library.
Music room. That's the room we're in. It's not labeled as anything on these plans, though.
I think it already existed when this was made. It's the room above us. The one we were just in.
The laboratory?
Yeah.
And that's the lake, right? I think that horizontal line might be the water level.
It used to be a lot lower down than it is now.
So the water is going up, apparently. Right.
This seems pretty significant.
Agreed.
We need to go to the study room. So a roll of parchment on which where the plans for a grand mansion have been drawn. Horizontal line marks where the lake was before. Second marks where it is now. So it used to be here, and it went up. Wow, it went up a lot. The mansion has been built on top of a very large structure, but the lake is supported by pillars. Freya's room is listed as storage. A room labeled studies in the center. We need to go there.
We're too late. This photograph has been stabbed.
Why? By what?
Not sure. Some kind of metal stabbing thingy.
Metal rod. Looks like a clock hand. To me. A little bit. Sleek but sturdy metal rod has been stabbed into a photograph. The rod has been have a curved and pointed tip, like an arrow or the hand of a clock. It has a small hoop at the back with a short length of rope connected to it. Metal is perfectly clean and polished. This is the murder weapon, isn't it? This hand. That rope looks familiar because it's this rope. It got cut off. So No, my theory was like, the killer dropped the weapon, while it's tied to the rope, and it stabbed Freya while she was laying down unconscious on the floor. It was this. It was this metal rod that stabbed her, I think.
So what's the photo?
Damaged photo. It's been framed but slightly damp. Photo shows a young girl. A large man is sitting next to her. Around them are several red and white birds. A metal object was stabbed into the photo, leaving a hole near the man's chest. This is Flora and her father, I think.
Do you know who it is in the photo? This man in the photo, he reminds me of something from one of our clues.
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah, it makes sense when you know who he is. Lord Remington.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father, meaning the girl in the photo is...
Yeah, it's her. See the bird, too.
I never would have...
And her similar hairstyle.
Do change.
I don't know.
She never changed her hairstyle growing up.
Should we take another look?
No.
Yeah.
I thought that was a key hanging there, but it's fine. It looked like a key, but it's okay. It's just this rope. My bad.
A bunch of picture frames, but it's too dark to see the pictures.
It's not too dark. The frames are all empty.
It's an old coat rack. Looks thoroughly neglected.
2 cloaks, and a green hat draped on top for good measure.
Do these puddles worry you?
Why?
That's lake water, but it's indoors.
Ah, I see your point.
Old cardboard boxes.
How exciting.
Oh, but there's more. They're also damp and empty. Old cardboard.
exciting.
Oh, they're also damp and empty. Basements don't normally have windows.
We're at the bottom of the lake. We must be.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Harry Potter, like Slytherin's dormitory. It has a gigantic window where you can see into the lake.
Right.
It's really beautiful.
That's the lake bed. Why does it look like that?
Like what?
White, smooth, no plants, no anything. That's not what a lake looks like.
Where are we?
Did you notice how much light this room has? For a room with 1 candle?
It's all coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure lakes are supposed to be darker at the bottom, not lighter.
Where was that described? Was that from the game? Harry Potter.
We still don't really...
Like you read Harry Potter, they describe like what like each dormitory looks like.
Like Pointer with his beetles.
Slytherin's dormitory is in the dungeons,
For the lake.
and it's underneath. So the lake,
It's empty.
the Hogwarts lake
Empty than a
is right outside,
It is next.
so you can see into the lake.
Maybe we're too late.
The coziest one, like Hogwarts like dormitory is Hufflepuff, I think. It's closest to the kitchens, and the doorknob is like a picture thing, I think. And I know the Ravenclaw one is you can, you need to solve a riddle to go in. And then there's Gryffindor. Obviously, we know the Gryffindor drums. Which book? I don't remember exactly which book. It could be on the Pottermore website. And also, I did see, the dormitories, like when I was playing the Harry Potter game. I forgot it was the mobile version, like the Hogwarts Mystery, or Hogwarts Legacy. I think it might be Hogwarts Mystery. Because I remember taking like an invisibility potion and sneaking into the dorms and seeing the dorms. And I still like Slytherin dormitory best. Just saying.
Let's head back up to the Grand Hall. I want to find that last room.
Let's go. It's nighttime now.
Wow, it's dark all of a sudden.
How long were we down there?
Not that long. We just went down there.
This must be it.
I didn't take that long in solving the lock puzzle, did I?
How are we supposed to get up there?
Hang on, it's pitch black, but I think there's a switch. A ladder.
Want to go up?
Let's go. Time flies while we're down there, of course. Oh, we're at the final part already. Wow, that's fast. I don't know if this is the final part. I won't say it's the final part, but this is the last room that we haven't explored yet. Okay, what the fuck is this room? Why are there all these creatures?
Snake?
Worm?
That's the one.
That's a werewolf.
Normal room, this thing would be my main concern. In here, though, it barely makes the top 3.
Gigantic crab.
It's got a translucent exoskeleton. You can actually see its insides.
Also, crabs normally have 2 claws, right? Not 3?
That's a mutated crab.
Ugh. You sure we should be touching it?
Gigantic turd.
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
I mean, technically, I don't think it looks like a turd, but it's dead, so.
I guess that's...
I don't think we need
What do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file.
Oh yeah, good point. Hold on. Let me go take a look.
Yeah, but I don't think I think I've seen it more recently.
No. I got the case file. Wait, not this. Hold on. Let me look at my items. Where is that thing? Open, close. Okay. My bad. Sorry.
Is that a crab?
What so seriously? What did I say?
So, crabs... I guess that's wrong.
I don't think we need to
What do you mean?
We have all the information.
It showed this. Oh.
Nothing.
I'm sure I've seen this thing.
Nope.
Wasn't this
The children...
Wait, I should take a photo
I've seen it more recently.
of that. It'll be easier it'll help me easier. Hold on. Use my phone to take a photo of this, so it's easier. Okay. Now to solve this.
Crab.
It's got a
Also, crab...
Yeah, okay. I don't need to hear that constantly.
I guess that's
I
wrong.
don't think we need to
What do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case.
Perfect. What's this?
Something somebody didn't want us to find.
Oh, this must be what launched the arrow to kill Freya, I think.
What is it?
The murder weapon.
Was someone trying to hide it? From us?
I don't know.
Of course.
But it looks incomplete to me. I want to know what happened to the rest of it. Where are the other parts?
We have the other parts.
We found them already. I think that might attach the crossbow, but not this part of the crossbow.
Oh. This part of the oh, lands.
What do you make of it?
The murder weapon.
Let's keep an open mind.
You don't think the crossbow is the murder weapon?
Oh no, the crossbow is definitely the murder weapon. But that doesn't mean we've solved the mystery. It's a wooden pinboard, hung up on one of the chains.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
This is Hawkshaw. Why is this Hawkshaw?
Who are all the people in this photo?
Not sure, but it looks like someone didn't like them very much. Their eyes have all been crossed out.
This must be the Hunter Association, I think. The ones that we saw in second game. Or something related to them, I think. Photograph in a sturdy wooden frame is dusty and looks several years old. Brass plaque at the base of the frame reads Ambassadors of Mistrid Mansion. Photo shows 2 women and 3 men wearing a variety of different styles of clothing. All 5 have their faces crudely covered in black ink.
That photo is important. I'm sure of it.
Another photograph.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, something I just realized. Sally, did we meet any of these people here at Tangle Tower?
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy, but her style is way different. And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is him.
Could be ancestors, maybe?
An axe and some kind of hunting rifle, mounted on the wall.
Honestly, doesn't look like they've been moved in a few years.
I'm more worried about the third one.
The third one?
The one that isn't there.
Coffee table, half-empty wine bottle, lamp left on. I'm gonna say someone's been using this room.
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
Several pages have been ripped out, but a few remain. 5th ambassador located, finally. Can't say I harbor any optimism, but still somehow disappointed no better than the rest of them. Took my Mistrid friend into the music room for experiments. It works, perhaps too well. The laboratory was another disappointment. All that effort for what? He's even more short-sighted than I could have guessed. Went to the bottom, nice view, but it's mostly cleaned out. I have what I need. Got it. She was careful, nothing was moved, but I know it's time. Is the culprit in the book?
Hooks. Big hooks.
They called this room a study?
What would you call it?
The secret death chamber of doom. Some kind of fish and a bird skull, I guess?
If that's a bird skull, we're talking about a 15-foot bird here.
Well, how about we stop talking about it? Centipede? Millipede? How many legs has it got?
Too many.
Way too many?
An incinerator built into the wall. It's still pretty hot.
Is there anything left inside?
It's mostly ashes. But yeah, there's something.
A bird. It's definitely a bird. Nothing much more than a pile of dust and ash. Among the ashes, several black buttons. Red-colored scraps of fabric are visible. And that. So clothes and the bird feather.
Someone's been using this room. I don't get it. This room is in the original building plans for the mansion. But nowadays it's some big secret?
It's not a secret to everybody. At least one other person still knows about this room.
The way the notebook was left out on the table makes me think it's someone who has the room all to themselves.
Whoever.
Yeah, the red club's kind of obvious. But it might be a lie.
Feels like someone put quite a bit of effort into it.
It's a shame there are things missing from it. I'm betting it'd make more sense if we could see it all together.
That might not be impossible, you know.
Yeah, it is a lead.
This room and those sketches. Did Freya design Detective Hawkshaw's clothes? What kind of sense does that make?
I don't think that's why Freya made that painting, but it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. And as for those sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was somebody else, someone with less of a talent for art.
Doesn't exactly.
So they designed Hawkshaw.
Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I'm not sure. I still don't know what's really going on.
Okay. The murder.
Time to solve this.
All right, break out the notebook. Time to put it all together.
Let's start with this. It's an
Why are the police not involved again? We are the police.
It's
Duh.
a murder weapon. I'm sure of it.
Despite
Or
it doesn't have
they might have just set Grimoire down again. You know, like in the second game.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Wait, I can pause them talking.
It was hidden.
You know, like in the second game where the police went with us, but in the end it was Grimoire that did all the investigation. The police was just waiting outside. So it could be that the police received the case, they sent Grimoire and now his partner Sally together to go solve this case. Granted, they did not explain why Sally and Grimoire is working together. And how we got the case to begin with, who called us. They never really talked about that, so I don't know.
I don't think anybody expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the lake.
Okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow. Where was it fired from?
Wondering why we don't have extra muscle? From above.
It was fired from above, Freya.
Above, huh?
Yeah, our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's add in the rest of the crime scene.
The attic.
Perfect hiding place. We even found a part of the murder weapon up there. The reel was used to pull the arrow back up through the crack in the floorboards.
Explains why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
The murderer must have dropped the reel in the attic. I'm guessing they were in a hurry to escape.
Wait. The arrow was fired through the crack in the floorboards?
Yeah, it's directly above where Freya was found lying on her back.
Nope. Doesn't add up. It would have missed her if she was still standing up by the painting.
Ah, right.
She was unconscious.
Freya was already lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
I think so too. She'd fallen unconscious.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
It caused Flora to fall unconscious too. The gramophone?
The gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
There was something in the gramophone.
Mm-hmm. Something small.
What was it again? What was in the gramophone? That's something small in the gramophone. Need something that produces sound or something that, like what, a bird?
That's not it.
No, not birds. But what? The tape?
That's not it.
The beetle?
Pointer's research says it can emit an incredibly
Ooh, someone killed the rare beetle just to kill somebody?
loud noise around the time of the murder.
Oh, damn.
Any idea?
Poor beetle. I hate insects, but
Is
wow.
that loud enough to knock someone out?
No, I don't think so. Not by itself. But don't forget, it was being amplified by the shape of the gramophone. Now, I don't think we're purely talking about volume either. It might just be a particular type of frequency.
This is getting kinda scientific. Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
I don't, but I think someone else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the music room? The hornet's playing. It's a pretty similar shape to the one on the gramophone. That broken glass isn't there on accident. This is someone's science experiment.
Thinking about it, Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too. I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear a powerful frequency did pass through Flora's tower. Caused quite a bit of damage, too.
It's cracked. The whole gramophone cracked, actually.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere. Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape, and the gramophone itself, they all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
That's some seriously powerful vibration. Enough to crack metal. Enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get. If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range, how did the murderer pull it off? Wouldn't they have been in range too? Think about it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
They protected themselves.
How?
These are some pretty heavy-duty earmuffs.
They just grabbed it from the statue, I think.
Right. Let's go over everything from the start. 1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait. They're listening to music on the gramophone.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah, what triggered it at that particular moment? Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
Not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya and Flora are both knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5. The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
6. The arrow is pulled back up on the reel.
7. The murderer leaves the attic, presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
That's it. There's something bothering me.
What?
I just want to check something. Let's go back to the crime scene.
Sure.
Plant. It's in the book.
What?
Look.
Ink dip. Oh, this plant. It feeds on the Tatanamika seeds. Okay.
I can see the stars. Freya, did you leave us a clue?
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
There is another plant.
So what's bothering you?
Something that's not here. The thing we didn't find. We know she was holding it during the painting.
Flora's ink dip feather?
It was here. In this room. Where'd it go?
We found it somewhere else.
It was burnt.
We were a little too late to save it.
So it was stolen from the crime scene. And ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
But how? How was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
So the question is, how could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access? The final clue about the crime scene. Freya left it for us right here. It's in the unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder. If only she'd finished it, then I could be totally sure.
It's true she never finished it. but she did intend to finish it.
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas. That's not it.
I thought I was comparing drawings. Okay, no. Intention.
That's not it.
No. How did Freya show us?
Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need before she started painting. Brown and gray paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe
Maybe it's the color?
the black paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe just change. The yellow paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window.
Something in the window. Oh.
That's not it.
Yellow. The bird? It's right there.
There she is. Our little thief.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
Yes.
She did, but she's a very good listener.
Hello, Hawkshaw. I know you're not really Hawkshaw. You're a disguise.
I think this has quite served its purpose, don't you?
Penny.
Yeah, it's the bird lady. It's very obvious once the bird showed up.
But before we begin, isn't there a certain formality demanding our attention? Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
Justice. She died.
For Freya.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing. So
And you just killed someone for nothing?
Treated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She was possessed of a great energy. The volition to
And then you decide to murder her? What?
something from nothing. The willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything I couldn't be.
You know what? I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Exactly. How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you? Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower, and you feel like you've got everyone sussed. Unearthed every single one of our secrets. Nothing but bullet points for your notebook.
What's murking?
Go on, indulge me.
I mean, I don't like
What
her.
does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer? I suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us, so why not help us out?
Very well.
Yeah, she still murdered her despite liking Freya, didn't she?
Not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and to those that came after. Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing and not a you thing?
It is a you thing.
Notice, not one of them is happy, not one.
So why stay? Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times I've walked away. It did not help me.
And you came back on your own, so like, what?
Grand Hall, did you not?
Yeah, it lists a bunch
Yeah,
of
Freya
people who
seemed
don't live
fine.
anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself. My mother, for one. My father, too. The other two Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here, but don't.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
More than that, I wanted to know if I belonged with them. I have no place here. Not among the Fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else left. Some common purpose they all shared. Perhaps it could be my purpose too.
So, what did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do, at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then, I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Found what?
The study. The one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
I'd hear voices at night. Deep ones. And the strangest thing, the wall behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours on end. The paint would peel. Wallpaper wouldn't stay up. I thought I was cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
So, you got into the study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It was still warm when I found it. Then, I looked inside. Let's see how thorough you've been. Tell me, do you know what a misted is?
Misted?
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
You're more observant than I thought.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
It's the creatures, isn't it?
From before my time. Birds, insects, amphibians, anything living off the lake water. The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait, mistids. Like cryptids? Like Bigfoot or whatever.
A little egregious, isn't it? I suspect that was an intentional parallel. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which answered my questions while at once creating all new ones.
It should be the photo, right, of them.
The 5 missing family members standing together as a single unit, calling themselves the ambassadors of Misted Mansion.
So, the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
And rightly so. The age of Misted Mansion is long past. When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era denied to me in its entirety. The study The room at the bottom of the lake itself. All empty shells. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you track them down?
You didn't murder them, did you?
They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts. The creatures themselves, all lost. Taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
And what happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission. A
Hello, Southern Kitty.
But they
Welcome to the stream.
They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking.
That's just normal life, girl. Humans
Research.
are fractured. You think we are whole? We're not. We're just putting pieces together in our life.
Completely useless to me.
Even your own
You need
parents?
therapists, honey.
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision. There was
What, to kill them?
one person at Tangle Tower still of interest to me. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy. A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask. Pointer had found something from the era of Misted Mansion.
So where did he get the beetle?
I cannot be sure, but I theorize that he received it in the post.
In the post? From who?
Who can say? Someone outside Tangle Tower. But the thought that he would be in contact with such a person, all that time, I decided to take what was owed to me.
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle turned...
It's not owed to you. You're not owed anything.
Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was
You're just
wrong.
entitled bitch.
No risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece.
Yeah, probably foreshadowing in the third game. We might meet that person, that contact,
Safe.
because they said that the Mermaid Mask is a sequel to this game.
It was not lost.
So
Perhaps
the
it was
story might
destroyed.
continue from there, I
He was
think.
very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I offered to call in a private detective,
If they did so much voice acting, so used to reading everything.
laughed the
Yeah,
next day.
they voice pretty much every one of the characters, which is nice. You just have to read the things that you found, but that's not a lot.
The name, the
View
contact,
counter.
and everything.
I mean, can you blame me?
It's somewhat sad to admit.
She's
but I
sounding entitled.
for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
So, you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing. But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not the 90% I'm interested in. Did you ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station, supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
So why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why?
Because she's just a crazy bitch that can't let go of history. You know, like people want to move on. Let them fucking move on. For God's sake.
Simply put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I pushed
So you murdered her?
unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
Yes.
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure of some kind, something from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all her vitality, I think Freya was probably the most troubled of all of us. She was desperate to leave Tangle Tower, but she couldn't just walk away. For quite some time, she'd been trying.
Yeah, she could have done something, anything else, but no, she had to go crazy. She go nuts.
Bring those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the beetles. She has a fondness for them. What Pointer was doing upset her significantly. But in fact, I think it was something else. I think she wanted to free Fiona. The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower is that she could not get Fiona to agree to come with her. We're now firmly in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower, not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would compromise all three families, and perhaps, somehow, free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance. That was her plan anyway, but something happened. Before Freya could find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study, found your notes, found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
Murdered every single one of them, you crazy bitch. That's another counter on the B counter.
Birthday gift. A parting gift, no less. She'd be in a locked room.
But yeah, this crazy asshole. Imagine you left your like crazy family, you're living your life happy, and then someone kills you because this bitch of the family member can't let go of shit.
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for Flora. She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough. I couldn't get Flora out of the room, but if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That was for Fiona. And Poppy too, I suppose. Gave them something to focus on.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very idea of something abstract, something supernatural. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them, initially. Worked on you, too.
So why are you still here? Why not take your first chance and leave?
Well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
Wait, it's still here?
It's still inside the gramophone.
She's not wearing earmuffs though. How does she not get affected by the sound?
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both awake.
I can see.
You two all right?
My head hurts. What happened to us?
You were both unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
Really?
You're both fine. No injuries.
Was it the beetle? In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I guess it must have been.
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Fitz saved both of you, obviously.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her, but who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you know that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz did not.
They are pretty smart.
Because he liked.
I may not like you, Fifi, but you're smart. I have to acknowledge that.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw...
But yeah,
She jumped-
Penny let her
Did she survive?
herself be tied, and then
I heard something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
She left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by himself. Poor little thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she didn't.
I apologize. Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
So, Penny got away.
no. And how did Penny survive the sound?
Suspected might
She didn't
be
have
escaped
the headphones on.
here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
because it's right here.
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Well, that's one good thing then.
What are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone. So, I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again. I think that's what she would have wanted.
Hello, Irma. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if we're gonna see Penny again in the next game, because remember, she's a serial killer. She's killed 6 people by now. I imagine she would have killed like 7 had it not been for Fitz, who saved Grimoire's and Sally's life. So I'm really hoping the developers continue the story that we get to see Penny, because I would be so pissed off if we didn't get to capture her eventually. The bird lady's Penny. The bird lady's Penny. But yeah, I want to capture her. How the fuck does she get to live and go free when she killed 6 innocent people? And yes, she's the killer. She killed 5 other people before she killed like Freya. And she killed the other 5 people, and simply because they didn't like help her. You know, like she needed a therapist apparently. She couldn't let go of family history, and then somehow she just killed them. Like, what kind of sick asshole? Okay, we can look at the art gallery, I think. Okay, this is the developer's like little talk, I guess. Imagine Freya being given the shot shrubs tucked away in the boiler room, so she had to make do what she had. The result was an intimate industrial space that Freya managed to bring in a lot of warm creativity to. Since you never meet Freya, it was a great way to deliver some of her personality. So this is the initial bedroom, and then how he changed it. Fifi. Largest room in the house, didn't care for it. Some initial sketches, you know, and all that. Study area. Yeah, all the art. These are all the clues. Clues number 2, characters. Okay, so this is how initially she was supposed to look like. But they changed quite a bit of her look in the actual game. This is Grimoire. Tricky to get right. It's a flexible mix of silly and heroic, light-hearted dramatic. Somewhat pretentious manner, projecting a persona of someone more experienced than he actually is. Importantly, he can be totally sincere when he wants to be. Okay, I disagree with like the developers. I don't know if they're the same developers as the ones that made the initial, like the second game or not. Like, he is competent. At least from what we saw in the second game, he's competent enough to be able to solve a mystery all on his own. I don't know why they have to make it so that he is like pretentious and silly in this game. Like, he's already an established character, and if you grow up, you know, if you're like young enough to have played like Flash games, you know, you would probably have played the first like Grimoire game on like those online websites before. You would know who he is. Why do you need to change his personality? Because you want to add Sally in? Appeared in previous games, hair down the back. Redesigned her for this game. Realized it made cluttered silhouette. But here he says somewhat pretentious manner, projecting the persona of someone who more experienced than he actually is. Meaning the developer's intention was to make it so that he is not that capable, not as experienced. But he has solved murder mysteries before. At least 2 cases of murder mysteries. If you consider the first, like, the Flash game as an actual, like, canon event, then he solved that murder, and then the murder of the second game. This would be his 3rd case. How is he not experienced enough? He solved both of the previous mysteries on his own without help. Unless you consider, like, the little red-haired girl to be help. I don't know why they make him seem like he is not competent or like not experienced. I don't know why they have to change him and then add Sally in. Like, why does he have to be silly and dramatic? He was not like that in the previous game, so I don't know. This a sequel or prequel? I don't know. That's the thing about this. They never explain why they changed like Grimoire. They never explain why they changed Sally. Pretentious was too strong of a word. Theatrical eccentric might have been better. Yeah, if you say eccentric detective, that's fine. There are detectives out there that are eccentric. You look at the famous detectives that we know of. Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot, they're eccentric. They have their quirks, right? But we like them. Right? They're not pretentious. They're just, you know, unique. Right? And I don't understand. You have Grimoire and then you add Sally. Why? Why did you not explain why Sally now is a main character? How did she go from a girl selling like souvenirs in a swamp to working with Grimoire as his assistant? How did the two get to work together? We know they met at the swamp. But how did the two work together? Clearly, this would be the sequel to the second game, right? Since Sally's here. So, why? Like, and if you don't explain it in game, why did you not include it here? You have the art gallery already. Why not include the explanation here somehow? Or somewhere as like a bonus like thing. Why? These are all the characters. Wow, does Felix look very different? Phantom article, the Flash game is non-canon. I technically consider it to be canon because it is Detective Grimoire. But that's personal though. I don't know why it's not considered to be canon. Because technically speaking, it is a Detective Grimoire game. But even if it's not canon, Grimoire has solved the second murder. And you know that the second game is canon because Sally's here. She appeared first time in the second game. Which also, now that I thought about it, the first game is canon. Why? Because the second game referenced it. You remember when we meet the red-haired girl? Grimoire said, oh, you're the girl from the other area, the first game. So technically, the first game is canon because Grimoire talked about it. She's the girl from the carnival, right? So Grimoire, the first game is canon because that's where he met the red-haired girl at the carnival. That's the first murder, right? That he solved. So that is canon. The second game is also canon because Sally appeared there. That's how they knew each other. How they end up working together as partners, I don't know. But she first appeared in the second game. So technically, he has 2 cases under his belt. He solved both murders on his own with no help at all. How in the world is he not experienced enough? Why do you need to change his character because you wanted to add Sally in as like his second character? Not that I don't like their dynamic and all. I just don't like how they changed Grimoire to be more incompetent simply because they wanted to add Sally. Because with experience, like from other games, you look at Broken Sword, you look at the Hardy Boys. You have 2 characters working together, and you can have both characters being talented and still like not have to, you know, like make it so that one character is more incompetent than the other, you know? So I don't understand why they have to do that. Okay, I really don't. And Hawkshaw. Honestly though, I'm sad that Hawkshaw is just a persona, you know? I'm sad that she's not actually a real person. Because I feel like it would have been better if she was a real character, like a real person, than just someone played by Penny. Oh, so the bird in her hair is an actual a bird that's alive. It's not just a hat. She just treats it as a hat. Okay. Or make her as a student. Yeah, you can explain it somehow, you know, like just have like the voice actor say something. Oh, this is Sally from like the swamp case. She's now working as my assistant. Or I took her under my wing, something like that. You don't need to go really deep into detail. Just acknowledge the fact that now like Sally and Grimoire is working together. But they just completely ignored it, which pissed me off. Hawkshaw was likable, her lost song. Yeah. When I remember when I first played and I realized that Hawkshaw was just a character played by the culprit, which is kind of obvious towards the end that like she's just like a character. You know, what's with her picture of design on the board and everything. And I was a bit sad. I was a bit sad that she's not a real person, actually, because I like her. Wow. Fits look very different. Yeah, I like Fits in the game more. This one sucks. This is Pointer. Okay, that looks very different too. Honestly though, I like her look. I like Penny like look like that. As compared to the one we saw in the game. This is Poppy. Wow, she looks very different. So I like her look that ended up with in game too. We never found out why Poppy changed her look to look like that though, actually. We just know something happened and then she, you know, changed her entire look, but we don't know why. It'd be funny if there was an actual Hawkshaw and Grimoire and Sally meet them in the 3rd game. That is true. Who knows, right? Who knows? 3rd game isn't out yet, so anything can happen. Which should I end stream here or should I play another game? It's already 4 p.m. But before we go into that, for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching. That is it for Tangle Tower. I'll see y'all in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Until then, take care.